Hey everybody, Scott from Get Some Adventure. Today I'm going to do a quick video on motorcycle packing, the gear that I'm taking with. I've had a lot of requests from people asking me how I fit everything on this bike when I go on distance trips. So I got to make it quick because the camera keeps dying because it's so darn hot out here today. The first pannier here, the first thing you'll notice I'll pull out is my rain gear. You want this to be as accessible as possible because obviously if it's going to start raining or it starts raining, you can have it. So I've got my waterproof gloves, waterproof socks, and then the zip-in liners for both of my BMW rally pants and jacket in here. Second is my clean clothes. Now this is a 5-liter dry bag. You can kind of see the theme I'm going with. I like these little red dry bags. I've labeled all of them. This one says clean clothes on it. And if I open this up, this is a 5-liter bag. I have 5 days worth of clean clothes in here. Now, the way that I pack, I just go to the grocery store, I do my grocery shopping, and I save the bag. Pull this bag out, so I have 5 of these individual bags for 5 days worth of clean clothes. So in here, I've got underwear, which you'll notice on the back there are no seams on the butt, which when you're motorcycle riding, you don't want that because it creates hot spots and you get just really uncomfortable. These socks, these are knee-high tall socks. The reason I buy the knee-high tall socks is because I wear Alpenstar Tech 10 riding boots. Not really a touring boot, but they offer the most protection. That's why I chose them. So you want a sock that's going to cover your whole leg where that boot is. And last but not least in the little day pack is a shirt. Now, I do not recommend cotton. The type of shirt I have on and this, they dry very, very quickly. So I think they're probably one of the better choices. I don't tend to wear a lot of cotton shirts anyway because if you sweat, you start to stink. These will wick away your sweat. It kind of evaporates off you quicker. And then you just smush the bag back up, stuff it back in the dry case. This one's a little bit overpacked, but I've got them inside a pannier, which the pannier should keep them dry anyway because they are waterproof. Next is just a pack towel. This is like a standard microfiber towel that I always take with me when I camp to be able to dry yourself off. I have some buffs here. These are really nice, and you could probably make your own. All it is like fabric that's sewn around itself. But these are kind of neat if you want to wear it as a hat, a headband to keep your ears warm. Sometimes when I'm hiking, I'll wrap one around my wrist. Down here in the desert, it gets so dusty, so your body and face, everything, you'll be kind of a layer of dust on you. So you can kind of wipe everything off. You wipe the sweat off your face, and it'll pull some of the dirt and everything off you at the same time. You don't look so dirty. The main reason I bought them is to wear them over my head, to be able to put them over my face, just because of dusty conditions. So you're not breathing and sucking in so much dirt and dust. Along with the clean clothes bag, I have one that's labeled dirty clothes. So all the dirty clothes that I have, try to keep everything organized. You put the dirty clothes back in here, you know what's dirty, what's clean. Kelly, the other gentleman that is doing this ride with me, it's a 3,000-mile off-road trip that we're going on. We're going to hike Mount Elbert, which is the highest peak in the Colorado Rockies, just shy of 14,500 feet. So I'm choosing to bring a pair of hiking shoes over my normal hiking boots. Just because I'm on a motorcycle and I want to pack a little bit lighter. Now these do not offer near the support. They're just kind of basically like a shoe that has a little nicer bottom on the bottom side. So a pair of socks for those. I keep everything self-contained. I've got this bag labeled hiking. The nice thing about these little bags too is, for example, when I get off of the trail and I take these boots off and they're all muddy and dirty and gross, I can shove them back in this bag. And that keeps all the dirt and contaminants and mud and everything else off of the rest of my gear. So something to think about when you're out hiking. And then the last thing is just a polar fleece. I don't really care if this gets wet; it dries so darn fast. But it's good weather, good kind of cold weather gear. I do plan to take this with on the hike. It's not a necessity, but it's one of those things that'll keep you comfortable. notice how everything fits in here nice and tight too. You don't really want a lot of movement of your gear inside your panniers or especially your top case because the center of gravity is so high. Just to make a note again, I'm putting the rain gear right on the very top so it's easily accessible. If it starts raining, I can pop the rain gear on. In the top case now, the lightest weight gear that I have, I've chosen to put in the top case. I've got a pair of pants that I don't know if they fit. They might be a little too big for me, but North Face pants for the hike and to wear around camp. You know, when you consider your legs are going to be kind of baking and sweating in your hot, sweaty riding gear all day, it's nice to be able to change into a pair of pants or shorts that is comfortable. With those, I've also got this. Can anybody guess what this is? I didn't think so. This is actually a jacket. It's made by First Ascent, which is a kind of a line of Eddie Bauer gear, and I think they've discontinued the line since, but I absolutely love this stuff. I wish they would still make it. This packs down. It's a down jacket, and I'll pull it out of here quick just to kind of give you the idea of what it actually looks like and what it is. So super simple, down jacket, lots of feathers all the time, but very lightweight, packs nice and light. It's one of those items where, again, you probably don't need it, but it's kind of a convenience and comfort factor. So we'll stick it back inside itself here. And as you can notice, I mean, I'm just pushing it back in. It only takes, I don't know, 20 seconds to repack it nice and quick. You want to take it off and you don't need it. It's got a zipper here that kind of zips closed. And then you just smush it down a little more. But again, super lightweight, packs light, it's down so it dries fast. Good item to have. Carrying on with the red bags. Toilet paper, biodegradable toilet paper. Always a nice thing to have when you're out in the middle of nowhere. These sandals, they're not the lightest weight, but they were $20 from TJ Maxx. Just a nice item to have while you're camping. I'm wearing Tech 10 boots, so they're very, very, it's a tall, super protective motocross style boot. They don't offer a lot of airflow through them, so at the end of the day when I take those off, these will be phenomenal on my feet. This is a Neo Air sleeping pad. It's about 3 inches thick, nice and thick. It's going to keep, it's a good insulating pad, so it'll keep your body heat, you know, off of the ground, so the ground's not sucking your body heat out. This is a thermal rest pillow. I do not even unpack this. I just sleep on it just like this. I don't recommend it because it's big and bulky, and if you do actually unfold it, there's not enough material in here to be comfortable, and it's real clumpy. But the outside is really nice, so it isn't too bad if you just sleep on it just how it is. This is a 20-degree First Ascent sleeping bag. I don't know who rates sleeping bags, but these are really only comfortable for like 35 to 40 degrees. If you're sleeping in this in 20 degrees, you're going to be absolutely miserable. So keep that in mind when purchasing a bag. If you actually want a 20-degree bag, you're going to have to buy like a 0 or negative 10-degree bag. And then the last item in the top here, this is an Rei Flex Leg Chair. This is only about a pound, packed super lightweight, very high quality. Definitely recommend this chair. They're $79 from REI. Everybody should have one of these if you're camping. Now everything you'll notice fits in here nice and tight. Everything kind of has its own little spot in here. And like I mentioned before, you don't really want any items really moving around inside, especially inside the top case. And last but not least, I've got these little carry handles on both sides too. You can strap things to the top of the case. I've got Rotopax carriers for 1 gallon gas and 1 gallon water. So there's already quite a bit of weight on these panniers, so I don't really want to add any more weight. But if something happened, I've got a spare dry leg that's strapped to this one. I can put something in there. This pannier, I just generally keep food, tools, spare tubes. This tube here, and actually the other one, I'll put in plastic bags and I'll wrap them with duct tape. It'll compress them down, it'll pack them tighter, and then you'll also have duct tape in case you need it. I've got some clip bars, a tire pump, tools, and then these MREs. This one is beef brisket entree. These provide about 3,000 calories. These are actually still used by the United States government. they've come a long way. They're actually pretty darn good. 3,000 calories worth of food in here. Look them up, do some research on them. I think they're awesome. They pack nice and tight. They're somewhat lightweight. And then at the end of each day when you're eating them, you're creating more space. I'll bring this around to the front here. This yellow pack, I've got my tent. It's a Stargazer 2 made by First Ascent. I went with a 2-person tent. It's a little bit bigger for a normal motorcycle ride. But the reason I did is because you can kind of lay your gear out at the end of the day inside the tent where it's, it's a little more secure than just leaving things out, especially if it's raining. It's a complete waterproof. It's got a little rain fly. Really, really cool tent. Highly recommended. I've got it strapped on here with rock straps, and same thing, highly recommend the rock straps. They've got an elastic band that allows you to kind of cinch things just a little bit tighter than you normally would with just a static pull. Like this here, I would consider just a static pull strap. The elastic will actually kind of bend and move. Now, just in the past couple days, this is all of my kitchen gear. There's a jet boil in here that I'm not taking with me, just because I have the MREs. I've got a life straw in case I need additional water, which I don't think is going to happen because I'm carrying almost 3 gallons of water with me. But these are, just nice things to have in emergency situations. I've also got some super starter matches here. They burn for about a minute. If you can't get a fire going with a match like this, you're probably not going to be able to start a fire, or there's a serious problem with what you're doing. I always carry locks, another waterproof cover for the tank bag, additional gloves, and obviously always extra batteries for the GoPro because they eat through batteries. This is just nice if you're, especially the part of the world we're traveling in down south here, not real safe and secure. Every time we go in somewhere, I'll lock everything up with 1 or 2 of these locks. On this side, I have just some miscellaneous items, a lighter, some chain lube, and 100% have to have bug spray. I grew up in northern Minnesota, and the mosquitoes will carry you right away. Now, I will be doing another review on the specific gear that I'm wearing on the trip as well, but that kind of concludes everything that I've got in the bike, on the bike, strapped to the bike. It shows you everything is self-contained. I mean, the trip that I'm taking this on, the way that I have it packed now, is going to be anywhere from 20 to 24 days, and everything on here will get me through, other than food. I've only got enough food for comfortably 7-8 days on the bike. If I wanted to starve myself, go all out, naked and afraid, I could probably survive just fine the 24 days with what I have packed on here right now. But there has to be some sort of level of comfort involved in what you're doing, or you're not going to enjoy yourself. If you guys have any questions, concerns, any comments you'd like to make, any additional thoughts that you might have, or recommendations even for me, go ahead and do so in the comment section below. I hope this video kind of helped and give you a little bit better understanding of what I'm carrying, the essential items to keep you comfortable while you're out on the trail and motorcycle camping. And I think it should be a good time. Get out there and have some fun. Thanks for watching.